Hey folks, it's Chad here at Airstream at Greensboro, a Blue Compass company, and today we are going to do a walk around of the new 2024 Flying Cloud 28 RB, and I have a feeling when we're done, Laura's going to say she wants me to buy this camper. Let's jump into a walk around now. Okay, we are inside the 28 rear bed. And this is a unique floor plan, as Laura kind of shows you the floor plan for Airstream. And to me, when I look at it, I wonder a lot of times why this floor plan, isn't a top seller, or at least at the top of the sales chart. Right now, at least for the last couple of years, the 27 front bed and the 25 front bed have been kind of the contenders for the #1 seat on the double axles. The 28 is going to give you, as you can see, this really nice sofa across the front. Now this isn't going to be a lazy boy, it's still an Airstream couch. So as far as comfort, I mean, it's comfortable enough, like you can relax here. I figured I would slide more. I'm not really sliding. That's nice. Even with dress pants on, I'm not really sliding. Okay, so anyway, I just noticed that. But what I like about this spot is, and let me grab the camera. You see Laura, she wore a nice dress today. You're facing the TV, so you're able to see the TV. What is it? Who's the person that does that? Vanna White. Vanna White. So you're facing the TV, and that's a big thing that makes the 28 a unique floor plan. Now, it's similar to the 30 RB in the fact that it has a couch across the front, but the 30 RB, the kitchen and the dinette are swapped. So one of the things I really like about the 28 RB is where the windows, the larger windows end up being. So they're going to be on the campsite side on the 28. On the 30, that flips, and those will be on the business side of the coach, on where all your hookups are. And in this case, the kitchen is going to be on that side. You do have two large port windows right here.
Really big windows.
Like huge port windows over the kitchen area. But what I like is if you're sitting at the dinette, eating, cooking, whatever it might be, well, cooking will be over there, but hanging out here, you can see out into your campsite on the 28 RB. What I really wish Airstream would have done is made the 30 be basically the same floor plan as the 28. Kept the windows on this side, kept the kitchen on that side, and just kind of like the 27 and the 25 are basically the same floor plan, but one's a little bit longer than the other. I think I would have liked that. The other thing I like about this table is it is skinnier than the table that's on the 27 and 25. So I fit here as a larger adult male really well. Like there's just plenty of room right here. And I do like those windows there. What do you think?
I agree. There's a lot of light, a lot of natural light.
Yeah. Now you don't have the port windows up here like we would have on ours. There's one little port window that's over above the L-shaped part of the L-shaped couch. So you have that, and then you've got a big window there that opens. Of course, we have the panoramic across the front.
And the front window opens?
Front window opens in the center. The door. And then you've got these two large windows that both of those open. So just initially, my question for Laura is, what do you think of this floor plan? Just initially. We haven't pointed everything out yet.
I like it initially.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, so let's look at the storage in the front area. We're going to have some storage here, which would be kind of like your shoe storage. And then underneath the sofa, we've got more storage that comes with the container. So you get these, which is, look how deep that container is, just to tell you how deep the coach is. And with that said, if you were looking to do a solar upgrade and you wanted to do more lithium, the 28 is a great floor plan for that because there's so much store space in this front compartment area. We could put a ton of batteries right there. Then you got this little blanket.
Let's go back a little bit.
A little blanket storage there.
Blankets or.
Yeah, and then you can't access down, but there is an access panel in this area. This is going to be for servicing some of the components. Your like solar charge controller, that kind of stuff is going to live down here. So you've got a panel to get down there to service that. And then this does have the pull out similar to the 27s. So we can pull that down. Put that in place. That's just an extra pillow. And put this down. And you have a huge bed when you do that. So remember, 5'9", 200 and some pounds. So just look how. Okay, there we go. So I am touching there, but a ton of room. You could definitely fit 2 people here. Now the one thing I will say, you're kind of in the crack right here, so you're probably more gonna want to sleep on this side.
But if you put a fitted sheet,
that would help.
It might help keep everything together.
Yep.
Or like a mattress topper or something.
Mattress topper would work really good if you had somebody sleeping here. But I mean, that's a ton of space. The other thing too, chaise lounge.
Yeah, you can just turn it into a lounge.
Just have a big lounge right here and watch your TV.
Movie.
So this panel comes with all of them. I'm not really sure why it's here. Like, I don't understand its function, but you do get this on the 28 and the 30. Let me put this back.
I don't know.
And if you're wondering how much weight can that hold, a lot. That would be the answer to that.
And something that's nice about this layout with the sofa, the dinette not being back to back, is you do get 2 distinct sleeping areas, whereas the 25 and 27,
you're kind of sharing.
Foot head, they all, they meet in the corner.
The other thing I like about this one, when this bed is out, as I just had it, the dinette is still there. So if you've got just one, maybe one grandkid or one kid, or even a couple of kids, maybe a grandkid with a friend or something like that, you can have them sleeping here, and like 2 kids would fit on that so easy. And then when you get up in the morning, you still have the dinette. You can sit there, you can drink your coffee, things like that. Now, one of the arguments for the front bed twin in the either 25 or 27 is the way the dinette is set up. You're kind of sitting here and you've got the panoramic window around you, and that's one of the benefits to the 27 front bed, because the dining is going to be in the back. You're going to be overlooking potentially a really nice lake at Myrtle Beach Travel Park. We can throw a photo in, and a good example of this for one of our trips with our 25. And that's one of the things we do really like about it, because we could back up right to the lake and we had a beautiful view out the back. Now with the 25 or 28 RV, one of the things that I actually had a customer tell me was like, she loves the ability to kind of sit in this area with a book and a coffee, and she still feels like she gets the window and can see out the windows that way. So that's kind of the thing that you're going to be sacrificing a little bit when you choose the rear bed versus the front bed, because you've got this really nice sofa here, but then you're losing the dinette being inside the windows because the rear is going to be a bed. Now there's also some storage back here that Laura said ooh when she saw the first time.
How deep is that, would you say? Like 18 inches?
It's more than a foot, probably. It's an elbow deep. So it's that deep from there to there.
We need to measure your elbow now so people know how deep it is.
Yeah, we do. That's super nice to have that extra storage there. And then we're going to have the storage above. And now this side is going to have your connection. So you've got your HDMI input, you've got your Cat 6 input that goes to the outside for Starlink or any other data type of thing. We've got an inverted circuit at the top, so you can plug something like an Apple TV in, and then that bottom is going to be, that right there is going to be the on-off switch for your HD antenna, and then this USB is going to go into the radio that Laura is about to show you, and it happens.
Oh, the whole thing came off.
Okay, there's the finished product, but the radio. Very nice sounding radio, JL audio. The speakers are also JL audio. The only downside is they fire straight down instead of firing out into the coach. What I would love to see Airstream do is put the speakers up in the ceiling and have them fire down that way, or have them up here, have them fire out that
also,
like that.
Weird that they're black. The speakers.
Oh, it's just speaker grills.
No, but I think ours are white.
Yeah, are they?
I think so.
But they're all black now. So there's the cover for that. And then we've got the 2 lockers up here with soft close, which is super nice. The same, like this is actually the same hinge that they put on the Classic. So the only other place it's used. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I don't know.
So we do have a Max Air fan. They went away from Dometic this year. They were using Dometic last year, and we had a lot of those break. So they went away from that. So that is the lounge area. We've got all the storage. Of course, we've got the pull-down shades that just come down and then kind of lock in place. You also have kind of a second spot that you can lock it at, so you can get a little bit of light in, but more privacy. And then, of course, we can go all the way up. Now, in this area, we're going to have some of our controls. We've got our sea level monitor system. Be able to see the battery fresh gray and black. Now, this coach has lithium batteries on it, so it's also going to have a Victron Smart Shunt. If it comes from the factory with lithium, it will also have the Smart Shunt installed. And then we've got the Victron MPPT solar charge controller here, which we are producing about 95 watts right now, which means it is charging the batteries a little bit. We've got our controls for the 2000 watt progressive dynamic inverter. You can turn that on and off there. And then on the 28, for some reason they decided to put the hot water heater control, or the water heater control, up here in the front instead of in the bathroom. On the 25 and 27s, it's in the bathroom, but on the 28, they put it there. I'm not sure why. It's probably something to do with wiring. Then we're going to have a really large square surface mounted sink. Have you noticed one of the downsides of this sink yet?
Is it dampened? Is that what you're going to say?
Well, no, it is dampened.
Okay, I don't know then.
It's dampened. Good word. Laura watches the videos.
I remembered.
It is dampened, just meaning it's going to make it a little bit quieter when you're using it. It is that.
Oh, no.
Right? So that's one of the, if you're wondering why on the 25s and 27s it sticks out a little bit, it's so you can stand at the sink and wash it and your head's not hitting the cabinet. Now this one it's a flat countertop, so there's nothing sticking out, but you are going to have this cabinet there that you're going to hit your head on a few times. And we've got the cover that comes with the Airstream. You have a really nice residential faucet right there. And then of course we have the vent that actually does vent outside and also has a light. And we've got some more storage up here in the top. Good locker storage. And with the Flying Cloud, you get storage on both sides. So you get another set of lockers on this side. If you do the 28 RB International, you lose these lockers, but you gain 2 port windows. So it's kind of give and take on that. Which one would you rather have, windows or a cabinet?
Cabinets.
Cabinets, okay. And then we're going to have the 3-burner Farion stovetop.
Oh, they've changed that.
Have they?
That's
different.
Cover is different. It's like more substantial than ours.
No, yeah, definitely ours. Yeah, I do like that. And then, of course, it's got the little lights on the front. And that's your... Oh, so this has the oven option, which is actually standard. So with the Flying Cloud on the 28, the standard option is going to be the oven. The optional option is going to be the convection oven / microwave. Now, because the 28 doesn't have a pantry, which we haven't talked about yet, there isn't a place to put a microwave. So if you opt for the oven, that's all you're getting is the oven. So a lot of people are going with the microwave so that they have at least a microwave. The amount of trades that we have taken in over the years that they never used the oven is comical. So now this customer ordered it with the oven. That's what she wanted, was the oven, so that's why it has it. Generally, if we have something coming in that's for stock, it's going to be the convection microwave there as opposed to the oven. Now I guess you could carry your own microwave, if you wanted to, and store it somewhere. But that is the case there. And then we're going to have a nice little spice rack here. Just cute. Now I kind of gave away, oh wait, before we get there, before I say that, so we got the tiny little storage there, which does fit. Good Tupperware storage spot.
It's fairly deep. I think that's deeper than ours.
Yeah, I think so too.
So you could fit 2 rows of cans there, I think.
Yeah, and then this is going to be your main storage area. We've got a small trash can. There's nothing down here, that's blocked off. Then you've got your silverware organizer in this top drawer here. There's some space right there. And then we'll have another drawer that pulls out for storage. And then you do have storage under your... How does that come out? This way? There we go. You got storage under the sofa. Under the dinette on both sides. So you've got one of those containers for both sides.
Is it all the way back?
Stops right there. So that's enough for that thing to fit in. What's that one?
You've got 2 containers. This goes all the way back.
Oh, nice. So that's a huge storage area.
If you lift up this, you can access it there too.
Yeah. Oh, look, they put the Velcro on the door. That doesn't make sense. Come on, Airstream.
Well, yes, it's got to stick to something.
Well, yeah, but this is not drilled. This isn't screwed down.
Yeah. Fair.
But it is nice that you can get down there through the top. You just, when you pick the cushion up, it's going to pick the doors up too. I wonder if that was an accident.
You know, my guess is that's the standard spot where they put Velcro on the cushions. And so that's what they had to put the Velcro underneath.
Okay, that's back. Okay, so you got storage down there, and then we showed the locker storage. Did you notice what's missing?
Well, you said a pantry.
Yeah, I know, I know, but...
A pantry is missing.
Thank you. In the 28 RB, there's no pantry. And that is to me, biggest downside to this floor plan is there's a pantry missing. Now, I have heard of people turning this closet into a pantry. You do have a nice, single closet here. But there's no pantry.
But you get double lockers.
You do get double lockers.
So arguably that is your pantry.
That would be your pantry. And you could easily put a second shelf in one to add, have like canned storage. So as a guy, all I really notice is there's no pantry. So my question is to my lovely assistant / wife, also editor, producer, director, boss. Do you feel like this unit is lacking because it doesn't have a pantry? Would you not want this unit because it doesn't have a pantry?
I think because you get these lockers, I would be okay with it. Okay. I would manage.
And then what about the drawer space down here?
It's less than our Flying Cloud has in terms of drawers, because you just get the 2 instead of the 3, and we use all 3. I think it feels like overall there is the same amount of storage, it's just allocated differently, because you also have storage under both dinette seats, storage here, storage there.
There's a ton of storage in this floor plan.
I don't think it's lacking for storage, it's just how you use it is going to be different. Also, it's got the spice rack storage.
You really like that?
Which I like. Because we don't have anywhere to put our spices. We put them in the pantry and just because it's right next to the stove.
But we have one of those magnetic things we haven't installed yet.
We've had it for a while. We'll install it eventually.
Hand that back to you. Okay. We're going to have the 8 cubic, I think it's 8.1 cubic foot Norcold 12-volt refrigerator. So there's no coils in the back. This is also going to cool down in roughly 45 minutes to an hour versus your propane fridges that take 8 hours to cool down. And one of the things I do like about this one is a simple on-off switch here. So if you don't want it on, as right now it's not turned on, it's off. You can set your temperatures right there, and then that's going to control the freezer, or that might be the refrigerator, and that might be the freezer. And then the night mode is really nice for dry camping. What that basically says, like you're telling it, hey, we're not going to open this fridge all night. So it puts itself into a lower energy consumption setup. So when you're dry camping at night, you're able to consume less energy off the fridge when you click that button on. And then we have a little bit, that's even smaller.
Very small.
I don't know, what would you put there?
Probably canned goods.
Or Ziploc bags would fit there.
Yeah.
But hey, they gave it to you. I don't know what's behind that, but they gave it to you. And then below the fridge, we're going to have our power box. And then this does have the converter already in it. And the converter is going to be... oh, look, they put the microwave breaker here, even though there's not a microwave. That's nice. So the converter is going to be what converts AC power to DC power. And then your inverter is converting DC power to AC power. Now, one of the things I like about the new boxes that they're using... there's actually a little LED light on this chipboard here, on this control board. If you have a fuse blow, that light will turn on, and I can simulate that, but I don't want to mess anything up. Take that one out. The subwoofer needs power? Amazing. No light turned on. There it is, see? So now that light comes on because it's detected that it doesn't have a fuse, which in this case I just pulled the fuse out. But that would be the same thing in the event that you had a blown fuse. The subwoofer has a fuse.
Good to know.
I learn something new every day. The TV, 12 volt TV, it's now a smart TV. It does have Netflix, YouTube. It also has YouTube TV, which we use and like. And there is another plug right there that's on the inverted circuit. So if you need to plug in while you're at the dinette and you're dry camping, you have that. There's also a plug underneath the dinette. We'll show that right there. So you have power near the dinette. So let me make the dinette into a bed real quick. And one of the nice things about this one is the table is actually small enough that it pretty much just goes right around.
You don't have to take the whole thing apart.
Cushion. Yeah, I don't have to take the whole thing apart.
That's really nice.
Something's not quite right about that one. I think they may have installed the table too low. Oh, there it goes.
Live TV, folks.
Okay, so these cushions are going to go right there. This cushion is going to go right here. Stuff that in place. And then you have another sleeping space, and I believe this is 76 inches long. We can flash that, if you remember, flash that up so we can tell the good folks at home. I mean, I'm 5'9", and I'm not touching either side. So there's plenty of room here for at least one adult, maybe two kids. Okay, and then to put it back up, again, it's actually easier than the 27s and the 25s because you don't have to deal with the wider table not wanting to let the table come up. And boom, we're back. See how much simpler that was? So, something to think about on the 28 RB. So I already showed the pantry. We do get a nice mirror, wardrobe mirror.
Well, the wardrobe, not the pantry.
Well, you know.
However you use it.
However you use it. Wardrobe. So we have the curtain that comes across.
It's nice cloth.
Which Laura is a big fan of.
It's all twisted.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong side. So you bring that across to have some privacy. Hand back. And then, of course, that's on the other side of the wardrobe there. Now, you could... So, I don't think the door trick would work here because of the mirror.
It's because the wardrobe opens the opposite direction.
Yeah. Unless you did this.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
We're fans of that because on the 25 you can do that with the door, and then you've got an actual door, and it just kind of becomes an ensuite.
And then you also have direct access, shower to bathroom to wardrobe.
Well, not that one.
Not here on the 25.
On the 25, but anyway, so let's show the wardrobe. Big storage above, got lots of stuff there. Then you got the hanging rack, and then storage below. And there's actually a little spot right there. Bring it all the way down. There you go. And there's a light in there. We go shower. Let's do shower first. So it is a different shower than the 25, but I don't think it's bigger. The difference is going to be, or 27. The difference is going to be down here at the bottom. You don't have any like a round So it's just one big seat. So if you're really tall, you could sit here and take a shower. I wouldn't, I don't think you're gonna shave your legs like this, but you could sit down and take a shower. There's plenty of room though, as far as actually being able to use the shower. We've got the removable shower head, so you can move the wand around. It's also going to have the little string that pulls across. Now that's going to be for lighter things, like maybe a bathing suit, but not necessarily a big towel. But it's a good size space, and I can shut the door. And if it's just too small, use the campground bathhouse, because we do that a lot. And Lori, you want to come around? Show the bathroom. Now this is a bigger bathroom, so I guess you have to sacrifice a pantry to get the bigger bathroom.
And there's no shortage of mirrors in this unit.
Yeah, mirrors everywhere.
You want to go in?
Yep. Okay, so it is actually a longer bathroom, which means I can sit down comfortably, and it's not angled. The 25 and 27, the toilet's angled, and it's not. Now there is like an access right here, so I can feel that like I was hitting that on my arm. That's probably some kind of pipe for the plumbing system right there. And we do have some storage right here, and then behind it there's no storage below. That must be where the tires are. And you've got some storage underneath the sink. Toilet paper holder is in a prime location, very easy to get to. And then behind one of the mirrors, you've got a medicine cabinet. You got another little storage area here, and then we got the towel rack behind. We got a hand towel rack here. Now, there's one thing about this bathroom I would change.
What's that?
I would move this mirror right here. But it works because you can close the door. I mean, the mirror would be right there. But like, that's a funny shape. Kind of, that's better. Like if you're just looking for your face, that does show the whole outfit if you want to see the whole outfit.
But you've got to, at least I'm a little bit shorter. I have to look straight up at myself.
Yeah, I'm
on that
looking
mirror
straight
on
up
the
too.
left.
It'd be
It's
cool.
an awkward angle.
It'd be nice to just do a kind of a round mirror, which you could do that aftermarket. Like you can just buy a mirror and tape it on there, or put a couple screws in. But it's solid wood. Okay, sorry, I had a whole debate with a guy on YouTube. This isn't solid wood. This is solid plywood. Okay. Solid wood apparently means hardwood. Cabinetry wood. Alright, yeah, we need to flip.
Flip back. And the joy of Airstream, you have to walk the whole length of the camper to have enough room.
Okay, so this is the queen bed with the 28. The AC's running. If you can hear it, you probably can't, but we have both ACs running right now. So the 28 queen bed, RB queen. I think it's 75 inches by 60 inches. We can throw that up on the screen. You get the exact length. With it being a north-south bed, there is room to be able to walk around the side as I've done here, and you do have really nice nightstands on both sides. Oh, there's like a ton of space. Let me see the camera. It's a ton of space, like right here. A little bit bigger bed next time there, Airstream. So we have the dinette. There's a little bit of storage underneath. The dinette. I said dinette. What is that called? Nightstand. Bedside stands. Now, one thing I do like about the queen bed, the queen beds are going to have a USB on both sides, both type C and type A, and we're also going to have power on both sides of the bed. Now, that's something I do like about the queen bed. Now, if you do a twin bed, it's going to be basically the same as all the other twin beds out there. As far as the layouts, you have a twin on each side. You're going to have the nightstand in the middle, but you're also going to have an 80-inch long bed instead of a 75-inch long bed. So if you're a taller person, the twin beds may be better suit for you. Now, this is definitely more comfortable than our mattress. So it is a new mattress for 2024. It's a 4-layer mattress now. And you can see how big the queen bed, and actually, like this would be almost all the way to the side. So there's a ton of, there's a good space here for 2 people. If you're looking, it's a queen. We do have lights above for reading lights, more speakers that are black, as Laura pointed out. We've got the cabinets above for storage. Ooh. And underneath, we're gonna have a ton of storage underneath. You got the bins that come with it. There's a center bin that pulls out because we have a door that opens, and then you can access both of the outer bins from the outside as well. Now show them the actual, like this plywood top here. So you can see even in the bin, that's still gonna be plywood. It's not gonna switch to a cheap plexiglass or something like that. It's still true plywood. So that's something you're gonna see with Airstream that makes it a little bit unique. Maybe it's part of the price tag, is that they are using a solid, good size, light Italian plywood everywhere. So even a spot where it may not need to be a solid piece of plywood, it's still gonna be plywood. There, here, it's still gonna be plywood. A lot of your other manufacturers, what they like to call them SOBs, some other brand, that's gonna be a thin wall, or that's gonna be a thin piece of Luan that's not going to last or stand the test of time. And then we also have a TV that is on an arm that pulls out, so you can bring it closer and kind of around right there. And again, it's a smart 12-volt TV. And we've got our connections here, and then our inverted circuit right there. Now I want to talk about vents real quick. So for your furnace, we're gonna have a vent right there to kind of put heat into the bedroom area. And then there's going to probably be a vent in the bathroom somewhere for heat right there at the bottom. The one thing that makes the 28 unique is it's one of the only floor plans that I know of that has the dreaded vent in the floor. So they do put a vent right there for the heat for the furnace, and I'm guessing it kind of comes over, it comes from this side and then over and goes to that vent there. So that's one of the downsides to the 28, I would say, is the vent in the floor. We do have skylight. Hey, I knew what it was called this time.
I'm proud of you.
Skylight here. There's also one in the kitchen area right there. And then this has the 2 AC option. So you'll have a 15,000 BTU AC with heat pump. This is the new GE air conditioner that they started doing this year, the 2024 model year. There's also a two-layer, two-part filter in this. You're going to have the foam filter that is right here, but behind that is going to be a little 1-inch more residential style filter. I think it's a Mervate filter that you can change out as well, which is new for 2024. And then in the front area, we have the optional 13.5 BTU, 13.5K BTU AC. If you don't get this AC, there's going to be another vent right here, like the Max Air on the front. And again, it has that same connection point there. Now, one of the nice things about the GE that I like is you have a very simple control interface here. This is going to control the front AC, and then there's another one in the back that will control it. Both of those ACs do have heat pumps built in as well. They're good down to 40 degrees. And then once you get below 40 degrees, you're going to be wanting to use the furnace at that point. Is there anything I need to say about the inside that I missed?
I think you covered everything.
And I do like to talk, so. All right, let's go to the outside. All right, so we're on the outside. Let me talk about the front a little bit. Now, with this being a rear bed, there's no storage up here on the front. You just have one sheet of aluminum going all the way down to the bottom. Now, this is gonna have that new bracing that they started with 2024 in the front to give it some more support. And then we do have the lithium batteries from the factory. That's an option. You can basically do no solar. You can do the 300 watts of solar with no batteries. And then you can also do the 300 watts of solar with 2 Battle-Born 100 amp hour batteries. Those are going to be heated batteries as well. Now, right beside that battery box, you're going to have your quick disconnect for low pressure propane, things like grills, probably like a heater or something like that. And then on the other side, we have a connection for additional solar that connects right into the battery. Now, above on these front windows, we're going to have something called the solar guards or rock guards. These are going to protect the glass window from rocks or anything, you know, potentially hitting it. It is a good and strong polymer, but they can get cracked. But the nice thing is these are really easy to replace, unlike the actual window. And below that, we're going to have the stainless steel rock guard. Now this just has the protective paper on it that they ship it from Airstream with, and that's something we take off before you pick it up. We haven't actually gotten this one ready for the customer to take yet. Now behind this really nice cover for your propane, that's going to be two 30-pound propane tanks right there. Two 30-pound propane tanks. Does have a auto switchover deal right there, so you can turn both of them on and just set that, and then once one runs out, it'll switch over to the other one. And then right here, you're going to have a QR code. So throughout the whole camper, you're going to find these little QR codes. This is going to take you to Airstream's website, and the part of their website that's specifically about the Flying Cloud, with a lot of helpful videos. Man, it's getting hot out now. A lot of helpful videos and resources for knowing how to use your Airstream. Does come standard with the 3,000-pound powered or 3,500-pound power ton jack. We also have the new, not new, but the Dinette hitching system, which is super nice, very easy to use. It will kind of go up on its own and then latch right back down behind the ball. One quick kind of pro secret advice: when you latch this down, have the ball of the truck kind of towards the front of it and let it kind of slide around the front of the ball, and it will latch perfect every time. So coming around to this side, I'm gonna have Laura show the whole side of the camper. Now, one unique thing with the 28RB is you're gonna have a front door. The front, back up so they can see the whole thing.
I'm working on it.
Okay. So you have a front door. Now with the new lock, make sure you travel with the lock on. Now the reason I wanted her to back up was so you could see how long this awning is. So this is a 28-foot total camper. So from the tip of the tongue all the way to the back of the bumper, it's a total of 28 foot. And Airstream is going to give you the largest awning that they can possibly give you for the camper, which I love. So if you have a 25 foot, you're going to get the longest awning you can get on a 25 foot. If you got a 23 or 22 or even a 16, you're going to get the longest possible Zipty manual awning on the Flying Cloud that you can get. Now you've got the two windows I mentioned that open there, which is super nice. We're going to have the new door handle, so this one won't lock you out. At least is what they're telling us. Won't lock you out. Now this new blue tape is on here as a warning. They want you to lock these doors before you travel, so always lock the deadbolt, lock the handle before you travel anywhere. And then you can see the difference on the inside. You're going to have the little deals here. All right. And then on the door, it takes them about 8 hours to build this door. They still craft a lot of things at Airstream by hand. The doors is one of those things. And when they build this door, they build the screen to match the door. You always want to have the screen connected to the door before you shut it, and you always want to make sure your deadbolt, that guy right there, is in before you shut it, because it will break it when you shut it. And then we've got a little 110 plug right here. You can plug in a TV or anything that you might want to have 110 power. That is not inverted, so you'll need to have it plugged into shore power to get a connection there. And then we have the Dexter axles with the Goodyear Endurance tires. Those are the American-made version of those tires. These are going to be 15-inch wheels. The tire size is going to be ST225 T75R 15s, no T on there. Now the Demco system, I mean not Demco's, Dexter. The Dexter axle is the whole system is inside of a tube. So there's no leaf springs. If you look down in here, there's no leaf springs on this system. It's going to be a fully independent. So when I say fully independent, I'm not saying, most of your manufacturers, when they say independent, they're just meaning that tire, this axle and this axle are independent. On an Airstream, every single tire is an independent suspension system. And then it also has the damper there, damper shock, to help settle the camper even faster. The one thing you will notice if you've never towed an Airstream is they tow incredibly well, especially compared to your other box campers out there, big truck. Coming around, we're going to have that top window there is going to open in the bedroom area, because remember this is the rear bed. And then on the queen bed, you're going to find your one and only storage compartment here in the back. We got the 50 amp cable in there, because this is a 50 amp with the two ACs. Now it is a large storage compartment because it's the queen bed. If you opt for the twin bed, you're going to have a slightly smaller storage compartment here, and then you'll have the 2 outer storage compartments that are under the twin beds. Now, the one thing that I really like about this camper, with the rear bed, or the bed being in the back, your outside storage is down in the back, it's super easy to get to it. You can easily get to it. There's no propane tank in the way. So that is definitely one of the benefits to the rear bed. And then we've got our bumper storage that all Airstreams get. That is definitely going to be wet storage, as you can see. So things like extra sewer hoses, chalks, leveling blocks, that type of stuff goes in there. It's perfect for that spot. We're going to have our LED tail lights. We've got LED license plate light here. And then you also have your standard backup camera there at the top that comes with every Airstream, which is fantastic. It's awesome that they're doing that now. And then coming around to the business side of the camper, we're going to have our connection points in the back for your sewer. So our sewer hookups are towards the back. We've got a gray and black tank right there. We also have, conveniently right beside that, our sewer hose storage that you get on the Flying Cloud. Now remember to always pull black first and then your gray. Black is going to be everything going through the commode. Gray is going to be your sinks, your shower water, that type of stuff. So just kind of soapy water. There is a little light right there. You can't see, but it turns on and off. And then this is going to have the manual stabilizers on the Flying Cloud, and it also has the optional window awning package. You don't have to get the awning package if you order it. Now, most of our stock inventory, stuff that we ordered to put out here on the lot to sell, is going to have the window awning package. And we have our smart kit plug here. Now, the smart plug is going to have more metal to metal contact. I think it's something like 20% more. It's also extremely easy to unplug. You just squeeze these, pull it out, and then plug it in. You just slide it right into place. Much easier than what we used to have, which is what our 2020 has. And then you've got your cable input and your Cat 6 input that you can use for things like Starlink or any other data application. We also have our outside shower right here. That's going to be your hot and cold water at the shower. And then right beside that, it's going to be our black tank flush. Oh, we missed this. City water fill is right here. Now, this is going to have a pressure regulator built into it, so you don't want to put one on the outside. If you do put one on the outside, your water heater will not work. And then beside that is going to be your potable water fill. Now, that is a gravity-fed fill. It's going to go right down into your freshwater tank that's below. We've got our furnace right there. And then right here it's going to be your Girard tankless hot water heater. There's an on-off switch out here. This is for winterization, or if you just want to turn this completely off, you can flip that down, and now the system is actually off and you can't turn it on from the inside.
This is why the hot water heater control is right here.
Maybe.
Because the water heater is there.
I don't know if it's that. I just think they didn't want to run the wire over to the other side.
Well, that's my theory.
Okay. But anyway, good system. Works fine. Does what it says. As long as you've got propane and you've got water, you'll have hot water. And now that gets us all the way back around to the front. Now I'm going to grab the camera from Laura. I'm going to show you underneath the camper, and I'm going to show you on top of the camper, and then we'll finish the video. Okay, I just wanted to show you quickly underneath the camper. We're going to have the spare tire right there. And as you kind of pan to the back, you're going to see one of your heavy duty stabilizers. You also can see those 2 Dexter axles that I mentioned. It is a fully aluminum wrap, so even the bottom here, that's all going to be aluminum as well. Now this is plastic. It's kind of the trim piece that covers everything, but you actually have aluminum that comes up and connects. It's called, I think, a J-wrap that connects the bottom to the top. So it is fully enclosed. And then kind of moving around, I'm going to move around, get you a little bit closer to where the tanks are. So we're going to have, well, freshwater tank right there. You see that? And then your Dexter axle is going to be there in the front. Now, if you do the lift kit, it'll actually bring an axle down almost even with that tank. And then I'll show you the black and the gray tanks. So you've got your black and gray tank right here in the back. And right there. Then your black and gray tank. And then you've got your other heavy duty stabilizers right there on both sides. You've got your storage for your sewer hose. And then going all the way to the bumper there. I'm gonna grab a ladder and we'll go on top. Okay, we are on top, well not on top, but we are beside the camper on a ladder. This is the 28 RB. We're gonna have our solar connection right there. You got that front max air vent. Now remember, the 2024s have a new roof design and a new inner rib. I have a whole video talking about that. But the biggest thing is you're gonna have one, right here, you have one sill line that goes all the way across. Before 2023's back, you had two right there and two on the back. We've got two of our Marlin solar panels. These are each 100 watts. They are going to be wired in such a way that even if there's partial coverage on it, you're still going to get really good production out of it. And then the other one is going to be right over there. So you got 300 watts right there. There's also a significant amount of room to be able to add one or two more, at least one there and probably one on the other side as well. So I think you could easily get 600 watts up here. If you wanted to add in more solar, I think you could do it. And that's going to be one of the max air vents for the shower or the bathroom, I think there. The other side is going to be the shower, and then we've got our skylights both in the front and there in the back. That little saucer looking thing in there, that's going to be your HD antenna. And you've got the GE AC. This is going to be new for 2024. It's the GE Profile. It's actually quite a large AC. It's fairly wide, especially compared to that one just cut off, especially compared to the Dometics, as you can kind of see over there. There's Dometics there. Coleman on that guy right there, that's a Globetrotter. And then you've got the GE right here. Really, Airstream just switched to GE, I think to kind of diversify their supply chain, but also I don't think they were as happy with the performance on the Dometic as far as quality, or at least the number of warranty claims they got. And GE is getting an opportunity to kind of show that they are a good product. Now, one thing I can say, we have sold a lot of 24s this year. I mean, we have sold quite a few 24s, and we've not really gotten any back. I can't name one that has come back for a warranty issue on the GE, at least at our store. Now, that's not to say that they're not having problems. I mean, that's it's probably statistically would be, I can say that word, statistically impossible. I would think they definitely have had to do some warranty claims. I just don't know of any that our store has done out of the 100 plus Airstreams that we've sold this year. So let me get down off of the ladder safely, and then we'll finish this video up. Now stay tuned, because Laura's going to tell us whether or not she likes this camper. All right, folks, if you've made it to this point of the video, I want to say, first of all, thank you. Two, make sure you click the subscribe button and the like button. Now, let me say, every time I've walked into a 28 RB or a Pottery Barn, which I know you love the Pottery Barn, but same floor plan as the Pottery Barn. But every time I've walked into a 28, I've sold quite a few of these this year, and a really nice family that had two dogs, and they got the 28 RB Flying Cloud, basically just like this one. And my thought has been, I think Laura would love this floor plan. Now, that's what I thought. That's what I think. Let's see what Laura thinks, because I love this floor plan.
I love the dinette location, and I love how big the couch is at the back.
Okay.
It gives you great sleeping opportunities in both locations.
Kitchen. What do you think about the kitchen?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So yeah, I love a lot of couch space, a lot of dinette space. The kitchen feels small.
It is small.
Without having the bump out sink, without having that extra counter that we have, that the Flying Clouds have.
Feel smaller than our 25?
The kitchen, yeah.
It does? Okay.
You do have a lot of great storage, which we talked about earlier in losing the pantry. You've got the storage, the lockers up here that could replace the pantry.
Mm-hmm.
So there's things about this that I like. Overall, I would not pick this floor plan.
Okay. I was wrong. I don't know you as well as I thought I did.
We've only been married for 3 years.
Okay, that's fair. Interesting. Well, that's a shock to me.
Sorry to let you down.
Well, I guess that's fine, because now I don't have to worry about trying to buy a 28. We'll just keep our 25. Okay. All right, guys. If you like the video, again, hit that like button. If you have any questions about this 28 or really any Airstreams or whatever it might be, you can leave those in the comments. If you're in the market for an Airstream, feel free to come on by. Airstream in Greensboro would be happy to take care of you. Of course, we have a huge inventory and we can get stuff pretty quickly too if you're looking for something unique or a specific option or no option. Like in this case, this has an oven. We wouldn't have an oven on the lot for sale. It would definitely have a convection, so, but we can get it pretty quick. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you live riveted, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.